end of summer ocean waters and Cool Ranch Doritos. So, where are we at?
The guys just
Popped up.
Oh, they just went back up. Oh, yes, right. So that'd be a good time for you guys to take a turn.
I think we're doing pretty good. We've already... One guy hasn't come back down, and 2 guys we've shot.
Which one did I say was... oh, they're both wounded, aren't
the
they?
green and orange.
Okay, then I will mark both of them as wounded.
I think we should wait and prepare ourselves.
Okay, does anybody want to do anything other than wait? You do not all have to be in agreement. One of you can be the renegade. Okay. Let's see. I need to take a couple of notes here. The orange and the green guy are wounded. Which one did we say was which?
Orange guy was on our side.
And he got a bullet from both of you.
Yep.
Okay, so orange has big holes in his, I said, right shoulder and left leg.
Mm-hmm.
You meant hip.
Left hip, right.
Hip.
Okay, and the green guy,
He got shot in the
it was you
shoulder.
that shot him. In the right shoulder?
Right
Yeah.
arm, I
Yeah.
thought.
Right
when he
arm?
dropped his pole.
Okay,
Yeah, he dropped his pole.
okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take a turn here.
Alright.
I am about to try to rock your world. So, here's what's gonna happen. Introducing red enemy.
Oh no.
Red enemy drops right, oops, actually it'd be right there. And yellow enemy drops right on the other side of Bosk there. No, in one. Oh, is that the edge? Yes, sorry. Okay. Now, these 2 guys come dropping down at once. And, let's see. Yeah. First, where those guys are, a couple of things come flying over the edge. One is a big ball of wire, like they've just wrapped up a whole bunch of wire really tight, and it goes dropping down. And on the other side, you don't know what it is, but it's shaped like a D4. Anybody got a D4? No. It's shaped like a kind of like a pyramid with 4 sides, and it's the size of your fist. And if that had hit somebody, it would have been all over. And then these 2 guys come dropping down, and they don't have poles. They have bags around their necks, and they keep reaching in. They're like throwing rocks at you as fast as they can from those 2 angles, okay? So, these 2
Do they have
guys,
spiky shoes?
they all have spiky shoes, yes.
All of them.
These 2 guys drop down. They're throwing rocks, throwing rocks, throwing rocks, throwing rocks. I assume, at least to some extent, you'd be kind of defending yourselves. But this time, they do something different. When they drop down, they plant the spikes in their toes into the ground so that they are held into place, and they are whap, 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 throwing rocks at you. Now, there is going to be more. However, I will give you guys a little half turn right about here if somebody can tell me what they would immediately, instinctively try to do. But we're not going to roll anything yet. Let's just set the scene.
So I would kind of, well, like, shoot them in a way, but kind of have my back-ish kind of towards them. So,
Well, if you shoot at one, your back will be to the other for sure. That's
well,
probably what they had in mind.
I'd maybe crouch down lower and shoot them.
Okay, which one?
Yellow.
Oh, yellow. Okay. Who else might just reflexively do
I
something?
can't get to him, can I, in 1 turn?
Nope.
Then I would
Well,
shoot him.
Well, you could go forward and then get them like this, can't you?
No, that would be, going diagonal is 2 spaces. And he can only move 1 space at a time because
No,
his
he
left
was
leg
saying
is in-
shooting across.
No, like,
Well,
if
I
you
was
could move
thinking,
here.
if I could get to him, since he's in the ground, I would stab him with my cane as he's standing there, I think.
But also, couldn't he go here and then attack diagonally?
While he's
Well, but I'm
planted.
gonna, if I have to shoot, I'll just shoot from where I am.
So that's what you want?
That's
You're
what I'm-
going to shoot.
I'm gonna
Okay, and you said that you're gonna, I'm already losing it, you're gonna do what? You're also
Like,
going
no.
to shoot.
Yeah,
Crouch
I'm
and shoot.
Crouch and shoot.
Crouch and shoot, and you wanted to do something?
I'll shoot red guy.
And baby doll?
Yeah, I'll shoot him too.
Okay, so these two guys come dropping down, and we'll give you the benefit of the doubt that as soon as you heard something moving, you started trying to shoot. Now, the problem is that's going to require multiple bullets. Okay, everybody be prepared for that.
Okay.
Now, you would have started shooting before you knew they were going to stick to the ground. So that's why I'm going to say that you've spent one bullet just on the way down, maybe even more. But that's not all there is to it. Again, we're deciding what's going to happen in the next few seconds, and then we'll roll some dice. Okay. So these two have come down, you've begun shooting at them, and that is when? Let's see.
Cue the dramatic drama.
Put green wounded guy on that square right there. Yep. I reinforced that board as best I could, and it should work. And then take orange wounded guy
So it'll be 4.
and put him right there. So what's going to happen is, again, borrowing from your idea, it's like these guys run to the edge of the bridge and jump so that they do a swing to where they are going to try to swing in and kick at Baronix and Bardak. Okay? So they're going to come in like kicking their feet at you, maybe even swinging a pole. You guys have already said you would start firing at the first two guys down. Once they were sticking there, you said you would want to shoot them some more. However, with these guys that are going to come flying in a second, that's going to complicate things. So let's break this up into little
How
steps.
long
know
are
what
the
you could do.
spikes?
Depending on how long the spikes are, they could stick out the sword and the spear out. So when they swing in, it just gets.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sounds like you guys are probably busy shooting at the first two, and you're going to be caught surprised by the second two. Wouldn't you agree? We don't even know what's going to happen with the first two yet. So let's break this down into steps. First of all, they were falling, and everybody said they wanted to start shooting at them from the time they started falling. So let's start with one bullet.
Okay.
Everybody give me a roll.
Seven.
9.
7.
7.
Edger,
No, wait, no.
what are you firing?
Plus 2.
Yeah, what are you firing with?
It's a total of 9.
Yeah, but what are you
Rifle.
firing with? Pistol, rifle?
Rifle.
Rifle. Okay, let's see here. You know, it'd probably be smart to use burst mode if you're trying to track a moving target down. Do you want to use burst mode? Okay, so tell you what, roll a third die. Roll that black one and we'll add it to your total. Okay, you'll see in a minute.
15.
Okay. And then likewise, do you want to do the burst mode thing, or do you want to stick with your plan?
Hit it. You just have a machine gun now.
Yeah.
But it has a burst mode.
Oh, does it?
It can do the triple fire. So do you want to
Yeah.
do single shot pistol or triple shot SMG or what?
Triple shot SMG.
All right. The both of you take 3 bullets off. And you initially rolled a 7, Wesley?
Yep.
And you have a grand total of, 7
Did you
plus
add
your
your
weapons.
weapons?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
plus 2
7.
is 9.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a third die.
6.
4.
13. 13 and 15. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, it is a moving target problem. So let's see here. On the way down, one of your bullets hit, one of your bullets hit. Okay, so already on the way down, they're already hit. Okay, but it's not going to be enough to stop them from planting themselves in the ground. Now, you two were also firing on the way down, right?
How much damage? Where did I hit them? Where did we hit them? And how much?
We'll decide that here in just a moment. I want to know what they did.
I think we both got 7s.
You both got 7s. All right, so what I will do is I will call yours misses this time. And again, we're just talking about the falling. Now, as far as you guys, 1 bullet each. That's why I sent the uninjured guys. So, how about, I'm liking this hip thing. Maybe you hit the yellow guy in the hip, kind of on the left. And we will say that you, Baronix, hit the red guy in the left arm. Neither one of these is keeping them from throwing rocks. Would you apply a little glob on top of the yellow dude and a little glob on top of the red dude? So they are now all injured. Now, yes, they hit the ground and they dig their spikes in, and you guys will surely want to shoot at them again, but this is where we're going to bring in the swinging guys. So, green guy runs, jumps, swings in, and lands right about, or is headed there anyway. He may or may not stick in the ground, depending on what you guys do. And then the other one right there, dangerous spot for Bardak.
So they're going to try to kick us? They're going to.
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to try to continue
Yes.
going.
Yes, which is where I'm giving you the opportunity to, we'll bring in all this physics stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to decide what's being done with the guys that have stuck themselves to the ground. Green and orange are coming swinging in to attempt to kick Baronix and Bardak. So I am going to roll an attack. You guys are going to roll a defense. Now you are shooting, you said, on the way down at the red guy. So what do you have for self-defense is a +2.
Plus dexterity.
Okay. Okay, so tell you what, don't use self-defense because you're firing at that guy. You can't defend yourself. But you can use dexterity, so that'll be a +1. Bosk, you had, or wait a minute, Bardak, you had some specific things. You said you were shooting at the yellow guy, so you may not use self-defense. Do you have anything for dexterity? All right, I need the two of you to roll it first of all, while I roll my attack.
9.
What?
9.
All right.
I know.
So
Being stoned.
they come kicking. Let's keep it upper body.
So I fired a shot at the first guy as he was coming down. A single shot.
Okay, yeah.
I have my cane in my hand.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
Even if I can't get the blade out, I could use it to keep him further away.
And
Yeah.
then, like,
I-
once the cane is keeping him in place, you can just and then
No, I see what you're
And the
saying. You're just
photo.
saying hold it up to like
Yeah.
defend yourself. But you rolled a what? An
An
8? All right. The problem is I rolled a 10. I definitely see what you're saying, but we're letting the dice decide this. So I tell you what, the difference between 8 and 10 is 2. I'll say 1 instead of 2 because what you're saying makes sense. Okay, you asked for this. Just remember, you asked for this, okay? Yeah, he put a big gash across your hand that you're holding up your cane with, okay? So you now have a big gash. Let's see, you would have been kind of holding it like this though, but I don't want to damage your wrist. So we'll say that somehow he managed to put a big gash in the back of your left hand,
Yeah,
and
but
it's
not deep.
it's bleeding plenty, but no, there's no broken bones. It's just, it's badly cut. Fair enough? We happy? Okay. Now, Baronix, you rolled an 8, a 9, so that's only 1 point difference. So, let's see, you were pointing toward your left, like this. And when he came swinging down, we're going to give you the opportunity to react. But as far as initial defending yourself, okay, I've got it. You had a +1 in dexterity.
Yep.
You were firing over here like this. When this guy comes down, you didn't have enough time, and he put, let's say he punctured like the meat of your back to where there's no organs hit or anything.
Oh.
Okay, you know, like this meaty section here, that he managed to just kind of like get it in there and maybe rip a little chunk of flesh off. So it'll just be bleeding. Fair enough? Okay. So yes, you have a tear.
Oh yeah.
What do you call this? Just call it the right
Blank.
right flank. Okay. Apparently it's called a flank. The nurse would know.
Alright, so terrible.
Wow. So did the ocean waters turn out better this time? Was it better with 2 instead of 3 pumps? It's still not, or no, with 1 instead of 2
It
pumps?
was a lot better with one.
Terrible.
Okay. I put 1 in mine and I've been enjoying it. My mouth's busy doing other things though. Okay. So now, it's too bad I can't suspend the enemy dice like 1 square in the air because yes, they did not plant their feet down. They're just doing this swing in and then they're going to go back up as best they can. Now, hopefully you guys are going to shoot them, and if they're both shot, we can ignore all the physics stuff and say that they're like dead hanging from the bungee cord. Just laying there. So, we dealt with the guys that dropped down. We dealt with these guys dropping down. Okay, I am now opening the floor to attacks that would be made on any 4 of these.
So the orange
Maybe-
and the green
Are in
heading,
motion.
heading back.
I would.
I
shoot
don't
these
know.
guys.
Let's see. They came down. They did their kicking. We'll say that the moment we've frozen in time, they're just about to bounce back up.
Maybe what you guys could do is take out your sword and
Bang.
cane and kind of mess up their route.
Oh.
I would
Or-
think that if they jumped off of here and they swung in here,
There's no way they're getting back up.
Not
no,
easily.
they're undulating or
Yeah,
whatever.
I would think it's going to be something
Although
like that.
if-
yes.
Well,
Look.
they would have some backwards, but they would be heading
If
like
they went
this
like
direction.
this-
more.
Yeah.
Then
Or
it'd kind of go up here, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Well, so you'd go, if you jump out and kind of swing down and you go like this, then there would be more this motion going back.
And then if they're back here, then they're gonna just swing again.
To give you a little bit of what I'm thinking, it seems to me those 2 guys trying to swing in are going to fizzle out completely, and that's why they sent yellow and red to kind of cover their way for them so they wouldn't be immediately massacred. And I think that they're either going to have to climb back up the bungee, or maybe there's somebody up there that can pull them up. You're about to lose your mind. What you trying to say?
Or if their like bungee cords were like visible and on them, it would be we could be able to get their bungee cord.
Slice the cord with your sword or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I never did answer the question a little while ago. I would say the spike from the cane is like 5-6 inches, something like that.
I thought it was 8 inches.
Oh, 8 inches?
Yeah,
Hey, that
it was
works for me.
I was asking about their shoes.
Oh, their shoes. Then I'll say that that's like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
So I'm going to drop my pistol, open my cane, and try to cut him and the cord at the same time.
Okay, the cord is attached to the back.
Oh, to the back?
Yeah.
Just cut off
Yeah,
his
that-
head.
Well, then I'll
Decapitate.
just try to jab him in the
Wait,
gut.
if he was able to kick you back here, wouldn't in the arm with your cane out, wouldn't your cane touch him?
Well, then maybe I could just...
Yeah, just turn it and then.
Has anybody ever been bungee jumping? I haven't. Do you
No.
know? Do they connect it to the front or the back?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I had it on their back, so I guess we'll just stick with that.
So is he still against my cane where I could just open it?
Roll me because that's going to be very split second, very hard to pull off. You roll me a 9 or better, and I'll say that you managed to do it.
Oh, come on.
On
you
self-defense?
Okay, sure.
gotta do it. I
On
mean,
intelligence.
well, you had a
Yeah,
good
on
idea.
intelligence?
Yeah.
Quick thinking sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want, I'll allow you to roll your intelligence, but it's going to be 10 or higher.
Okay.
By the way, this is standard Traveler rules. We always play the 8 is a success thing. Actually, that's average success. 10 is difficult success, 12, etc. So they do have scales.
I had rolled an 11 without any modifiers.
Okay, all right. And so you tried to do what? You just tried to open it.
Open it while he's still up against it.
Okay, and you're hoping to cut what?
Just send the 8-inch blade into his body.
Like the
Oh,
gun.
okay. 8-inch blade into his body. And you rolled an 11, and I
And if
only
we do
rolled
self-defense, we can say 12.
12. Oh, and if you had the intelligence, it's
15.
okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, there's-
Okay. That blade enters his body, and then the bungee pulls him up,
Whoa.
and you just eviscerated the guy straight down the middle. The front of you now has blood and gore all over your. What are you?
Gross.
What are you wearing? Yeah.
I'm
So,
wearing
This perfect
now a bloody and torn up hippie shirt.
okay.
Combat boots, combat pants.
Right. And which hippie shirt? Look on the back of the sheet.
It's a
I got
paisley
the
one.
goodest hippie
Or
shirt.
Paisley.
no, it's a tie-dye shirt.
Tie-dye shirt.
And
Yeah, I
my
have a
brown
tie-
jacket.
Okay.
A
All
good
right.
shirt.
So
Now you can look like you're tough.
take a no doubt.
Blood.
Put a black chip where the orange guy was. Oh, you know what? Can we elevate the black chip 2 or 3 squares?
about-
He's hanging. He's right there. He's hanging over the
He's like
edge from his
this.
bungee.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And put
Wow,
the
you
yellow
just
guy back where he
split it
goes. On the
Up here?
square. On the square. Yeah. Okay. So yes, that guy.
He's dead.
Oh, that's gross, and it's just dripping. Drip, drip.
He's like, I bet he's like this right now.
So, that was the first one to act, right? Everybody else still has a turn. So what
Yeah.
else?
Uh,
That green guy has just damaged Baronix, and he's about to. Uh-oh. I guess we'll pause it there. Did I lose track? You were the only one that's made an action in this
Yeah.
turn yet, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bye, Brick.